Okay, so for number 46 and 7.3, I'm supposed to give the sign of a bunch of numbers. So that would be sine with a G, right? So plus or minus. So here's cosine of 3 radians, right? Okay, so I'm going to get out my circle, and I'm going to think, where does 3 radians live?
Just really close to the x-axis on the left side.
Yeah, kind of over here someplace?
Yeah, so that's going to be negative.
Okay, so the cosine is negative.
I misread that question entirely.
Yeah, I thought you might have. Okay, so how about sine of 4 radians? Where's 4 radians going to be?
Below the 180.
Yeah, so this one's 3 radians there. So 4 radians is maybe down here. Oops. Maybe a little bit further.
Yeah.
But the sine is the y value,
So
right? The vertical. So that's also negative here.
Yeah.
How about sine of minus 4 radians? Where's minus 4 radians?
Going to be kind of closer to where the 3 is.
Yeah, like someplace here-ish.
Yeah. So then that's going to be positive.
And sine is, yep, going to be positive there. And how about cosine of 7 radians?
Positives. First quadrants.
Yeah, so that's going to be like, okay, once around is like 6 1/4.
And then it's going to be up a little
And then
bit.
up a little bit is something over here, right?
So either way it's going to be
At the very least, it's off to the right. You guys cool with this?
That was a lot simpler than I was going to try to do.
So you were going to try to calculate sine of cosine of 3? Yeah, that's going to be rough. So the reason that's rough, right, is that cosine takes a angle and turns it into a ratio of 2 lengths, right? It shouldn't make any sense to take a ratio of 2 lengths, treat it as an angle, and feed it into another trig function.
Yeah.
You guys see that?
Yeah.
Like the categories of that don't even make sense. You guys cool with that? So be a little leery if you see if you see something that's written sine of cosine of theta. Wonder what the heck this is good for. You guys see that? Because the categories don't really match. Usually what happened is somebody dropped a -1 and they really need to do the inverse sine function to this. You guys cool with that?
Yeah.
So just watch for that typo. It's almost always a typo. There's very few situations in which you want to do this.
Well, if like an angle is defined as the length of another.
Yeah, there's some very few situations in which you might want to do this. They're mostly out of kind of academic interest and not out of like
Practical.
building a table kind of interests. Cool?
How long do you want that side to be, sir? Oh, the arc length of